Happening now, we spoke with Jamestown Mayor Eddie Sundquist about the city's biggest challenges ahead of the upcoming mayoral election. And it's time to meet the newest pet of the week. Plus, the Chautauqua County Humane Society is gearing up for its Walk for Paws event.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Thank you for joining us on Western New York News Now. I'm Lee Kane Jr. Those stories and more are coming up, but first, a Newcastle, Pennsylvania man was arrested and charged with firearms-related offenses, shedding light on his ties to Jamestown's drug traffickers. The investigation, led by the DEA and Jamestown Metro Drug Task Force, uncovered a trail of firearms purchased in his hometown that ended up in Jamestown. Christian Arroyo Collazo of Newcastle, Pennsylvania, faces federal charges for his alleged involvement in the illegal firearms trade. U.S. Attorney Trini E. Ross revealed the charges, including engaging in the firearms business without a license, unlawful shipment and transportation of firearms, and firearms trafficking, each carrying a maximum penalty of 15 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Assistant U.S. Attorney Joshua A. Violanti disclosed that Collazo's connection to Jamestown emerged during a probe into methamphetamine and heroin trafficking in the region. 3 firearms traced back to Collazo were recovered in Jamestown between November 2021 and May 2022, leading investigators to the Newcastle drugstores where Collazo made the purchases. The investigation revealed that Collazo utilized social media, specifically Facebook and Facebook Messenger, to conduct firearm-related conversations and facilitate his illicit activities. He even shared images of firearms with potential buyers through these platforms. Collazo appeared before U.S. Magistrate Judge Michael J. Romer and was released under certain conditions. The investigation received support from the Drug Enforcement Administration, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms and Explosive, and the Jamestown Metro Drug Task Force. Well, in other news, a Frewsburg, New York man faces charges for allegedly receiving and possessing child pornography, carrying a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years and a maximum of 40 years, according to U.S. Attorney Trini E. Ross. Assistant U.S. Attorney Aaron J. Mango revealed that the arrest followed a report from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, indicating that someone in Frewsburg had uploaded child pornography online. The investigation led authorities to Jeffrey Payton, 57, who was previously convicted in 2015 for a similar offense. He served 57 months in prison and is a registered sex offender. The FBI executed a search warrant on Payton's electronic devices, uncovering multiple images of child pornography. The case was a joint effort by the FBI's Child Exploitation and Human Trafficking Task Force and the New York State Police. Well, in other news, a 21-year-old male inmate at Chautauqua County Jail has been arraigned on 2 counts of attempted assault in the second degree after allegedly stabbing 2 jail employees with a pencil on September 11, 2023. On September 11, 2023, at around 10:50 a.m., Xavier Guadarrama, 21, currently incarcerated at the Chautauqua County Jail in Jamestown, New York, allegedly attacked 2 jail employees with a pencil. The incident led to Guadarrama being arraigned at the centralized arraignment program, facing 2 counts of attempted assault in the second degree. The jail staff members targeted in the attack received medical attention, though the extent of their injuries remains undisclosed at this time. Guadarrama was already in custody at Chautauqua County Jail for a separate pending case. Authorities are conducting an investigation into the incident, and Guadarrama is now held without bail while awaiting his next court appearance. Further details on the case are pending as the investigation unfolds. Well, in other news, on September 14, 2023, the Buffalo Police Department, with assistance from the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms, successfully executed a search warrant in the Delavan Grider neighborhood, resulting in the arrest of 2 local men. The search, authorized by Honorable Kenneth Case, targeted a residence on Sussex Street. During the operation, detectives allegedly discovered and seized 2 loaded AR-style pistols, 1 loaded .25 caliber Sterling pistol, and a significant quantity of ammunition. In addition to the firearms, law enforcement recovered 3 large bags of marijuana. Edward Vance, 38, and Demetrius Dixon, 36, both faced 3 counts of criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree, NYSPL 265.03-3. Notably, both individuals are legally barred from firearm ownership due to prior convictions. Federal charges are also under consideration in this ongoing investigation. As WNY News Now continues, we spoke with the mayor of Jamestown ahead of the upcoming election. And later, the Prendergast Library held their quarterly book sale. Stay with us, as WNY News Now will be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Jamestown City Mayor Eddie Sundquist is getting ready for the upcoming election and is excited for the city's future. Mayor Sundquist spoke with us at WNY News Now to outline the city's biggest challenges and how he plans to combat them if he is re-elected. Our Alyssa Wright has more.
I'm very excited to be going into the campaign season for my re-election for mayor of the city of Jamestown. It has been a phenomenal 4 years, and I'm feeling really great about it. We've been knocking on doors, we've been talking to voters, we've started holding community meetings. This is what it's about, right? Being mayor is about talking to people and to responding to people's needs. And I've just been very excited to be able to do that.
Mayor Sundquist broke down what he believes to be the biggest issue the city is facing and how he plans to help.
I think the biggest issue right now is housing in the city of Jamestown. We're excited to be able to release the vision for the next 4 years. We're calling it Better Housing for All. And it's the idea that no matter where you are in the city of Jamestown, you deserve good housing, right? Whether that's quality housing or whether that's a place to call home, that's the most important. So we're very focused. I'm laser focused on my re-election campaign to talk about how we really need to be fighting blight on our streets. We need to provide better housing for all. And as part of all of that, we need to continue to protect our community in this process.
The mayor understands the importance of mental health and is working to expand services to those who need them.
Yeah, mental health is a key component of it. We certainly need more social workers, more counselors, but as a nation, we recognize that there is a large need for those and not necessarily enough people that have those degrees and can handle those things. So we've been blessed to have not only MHA, but mental hygiene. We've been working directly with mental hygiene, and they have a mobile crisis unit which can provide services. So yes, as part of our expansion, we want to work with those providers that are already giving those services and try to help expand those services and meet the needs of people in the city.
Another issue the city faces is drug use, but the mayor believes by fighting the housing crisis, he can alleviate the drug epidemic.
Drugs are a huge issue, right? And we are working very hard with our police department in combination with many other agencies. We have a Metro Drug Task Force that has been getting drugs off of our street. It's been a huge issue. There's not only mental hygiene, mental support needed, but I think a lot of this stems right back to what I talked about at the beginning, which is housing, right? We want to make sure that people have adequate and safe housing to take care of their most basic need. What we are seeing is individuals that are addicted to drugs or drugs that have wrecked families, and a lot of it stems on having safe and supportive housing.
In the end, Mayor Sundquist is feeling good about his time as mayor and optimistic about what the future holds.
Oh my gosh, the next 4 years, it has been a crazy 4 years already as mayor. We started off in 2020 with COVID, and there has been one thing after the next. But I am always excited to be able to represent the city that I love, the city that I grew up in, and be able to put Jamestown on the map. It's something I've tried to do. It's been difficult to do the first couple years with the pandemic, but something we are starting to receive just national attention for the work we're doing here in the city of Jamestown.
The Chautauqua County Board of Elections is in urgent need of poll workers to ensure a smooth and efficient general election on November 7, 2023. Poll workers are the backbone of the electoral process, responsible for preparing polling sites, assisting voters, and maintaining the integrity of the democratic process. Registered members of both major political parties are encouraged to sign up as poll workers. The position offers compensation of $25 for training and $14.20 per hour while working at the polls. Commissioners Luis Torres and Brian Abram have announced additional training days for prospective poll workers who may have missed earlier sessions. The training sessions are scheduled as follows. On Tuesday, September 19, 2023 at SUNY JCC North Training Center in Dunkirk from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. On Wednesday, September 20, 2023 at Carnahan Theater in SUNY JCC Main Campus in Jamestown from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Friday, September 22nd, 2023 at the Carlson Community Center in Mayville from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Trainees are required to bring their driver's license or another valid form of identification, social security card, and a voided check for direct deposit payment processing. Reservations are not necessary. Participants can choose a convenient date and time. For inquiries and further information, please contact the Chautauqua County Board of Elections office at 716-753-4580 or visit chqgov.com/board-of-elections/board-of-elections. Your participation ensures a robust and fair electoral process in Chautauqua County. Well, in other news, the James Prendergast Library had its quarterly book sale last week. We spoke with Hannah Dewey, a librarian, to learn more about the event. Take a look. Today is a half-off book sale for the library?
Yeah, it started Thursday, the 7th. It's usually the first full weekend of every quarter. So this time it's September. We're going to have another one in December. It'll go last 3 days from the time that we're open. So Thursday, Friday will be 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We have a general book sale that goes all year round, but every quarter we have a 3-day weekend where we have everything half off, all books. So hardcovers are $1 now, paperbacks are 50 cents, children's books are 50 cents, or you can get a paper bag and fill it for $10, so as many books as you can fit in there. If you buy one of our fundraiser bags, our purple bags with our logo on it, it'll be $15 because the bag is $5.
Okay, wow, and I mean, those prices are amazing, I gotta say.
Yes, a lot of what we have, everything that comes into our book sale is donated by patrons, we have things that are either older, that might be of interest to patrons who are looking for some more classics, but sometimes we do get brand new books that just came out within the last year to 5 years, and those ones can be found amongst the other book sale items. But we also have our table sale that we've had set up since our start of summer reading, which just finished at the end of August. We're having that table set up. It is exempt from this special book sale, but the prices still are pretty reasonable. I think it's about $3 for a hardcover, and these ones are either signed by the author, rare items, or really recent items that are in really good condition that we like to sell for a little bit of a higher price, not too much. All of the proceeds do help us with our operations costs, putting on different programs, just allowing us to continue giving the great service that we strive to give.
That's fantastic, and I mean, these prices, like, I myself have used thrift books, but I mean, I might need to start coming here.
Yeah, thrift books is a great option. They will have a bit more selection, and we don't keep inventory here. So if you ask us, do you have this author? We kind of just tell you to browse the stacks. We don't have the staff or volunteer time to really organize it as well as we would like. But things are separated into fiction and nonfiction, and then in nonfiction we have things kind of separated by topic.
Do you get a lot of people who come to these book sales?
Yeah, we get quite a lot. Sometimes we get book resellers, which they purchase a lot of things, and we're grateful for the funds that come from this. We get quite a lot of people who are here looking for presents for other people or for their own personal library. I've got a box of books that I purchased this time sitting by my desk that I have to find a place for at home. We make quite a bit from this, which we're grateful for. It does allow us to maybe purchase items for our crafting programs or do something else specifically that we may have otherwise had to move some funds around for. So these kinds of events are really good for the library.
That's great to hear. And are there any other upcoming events that people should know about?
Our haunted library is October 21st. We will be closed that day. It's a Saturday, so normally we would be open from 10 to 4, but we'll be doing, spending the day decorating the library, getting it kind of like in a haunted house setting. We're gonna have a bake sale in there, and we will have tours. I believe they're about half an hour to an hour. Tickets will be $3 a person, which, you know, it's cheaper than going to a movie. And
absolutely, I mean,
kids are welcome to dress up. We will have staff members and board members dressing up and acting as different literary characters. Last year we had Frankenstein. I played Frankenstein. It was very fun. We had the other mother from Coraline. We had Edgar Allan Poe and Dracula, the witch from Hansel and Gretel. It was quite a lot of fun. And this year we're excited to, I think we have a couple more actors this year, so it's going to be quite a lot of fun. We'll do, tickets are going to be on sale starting the 18th of September. And if anyone has any questions, they can always give us a call or stop by.
Do you take any volunteers?
We do. Right now we're taking volunteers for our big programs like our haunted library, or if we're doing something else large, like when we had the summer reading celebration, things like that. We have volunteer applications on our website and up at front at the circulation desk. If you have any questions about volunteering, you can always give us a call and we'll direct you to one of our managers if they're available, or to their voicemail, and they'll be able to get back to you.
Thank you. And is there just anything else that you would want to tell the viewers?
Just thank everybody for their support. The library is a place dear to me. I've always grown up wanting to be a librarian, and here I am now. So these fundraisers help us a lot with keeping things going and allowing us to try some new things, especially with our children and teen programming. So,
for those curious, this is what the $15 library bag looks like. The library has a nice selection of books from all different genres, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled for the next sale in December. Well, coming up next, it's time to meet our newest pet of the week. But first, we return with a look at our full weather forecast.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Right here, baby. Look. Oma.
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Fast, accurate, and everyday. First Defense weather.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. Let's talk about the fall foliage from I Love New York. This map was just released this past Wednesday on September 13th, and the map is updated weekly on Wednesdays, and this comes from local volunteer observers who observe what's going on and then record it to the state. So not much happening with the leaves changing across New York State as of right now, but we do have some change just starting to happen across the western portions of the southern tier in Chautauqua County, and This is updated on Wednesdays, and it provides a general outlook on what the weekend should look like. So if you're across Chautauqua County this weekend, you might start to see some leaves starting to change, and I'll be updating this weekly as the new map is released every Wednesday. Taking a look at the almanac for today, only made it to a high of 62 degrees yesterday. In the city of Jamestown, our low was 49, and the record's 93, set back in 1939. The record low of 29, set back in 1986. Well, there's not much to happen in the weather department. High pressure is keeping us dry, so let's get right into the forecast for tonight. Partly cloudy, the mainly clear skies across the region with calm winds. With those mainly clear skies and calm winds, once again temperatures will drop into the upper 30s across the deepest valleys, so those areas might see some patchy fog, and the lows will range back towards the lower 50s near the immediate Lake Erie shoreline. Taking a look at the weekend forecast, not a bad weekend in store for tomorrow. Saturday, mostly sunny skies after some AM fog and patchy frost in the valley locations. Highs should make it into the lower 70s across most of the area. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. Temperatures a little warmer with overnight lows ranging from the upper 40s to the lower to mid 50s across the region. And on Sunday, mainly dry on Sunday. We'll have some sunshine in the morning, but the clouds will be on the increase throughout the afternoon. This as a weak system passes by to our north. That's going to bring some showers into the region, mainly Sunday night and into Monday, but can't rule out an isolated shower across the western portions of the area Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. Before I get to the 7-day forecast, I just want to talk about the tropics quickly. We're still talking about Hurricane Lee, which is still out in the middle of the Atlantic, but as it moves northeast over the weekend, it's going to start to approach the New England coastline, and that could bring some tropical weather and hurricane-force winds and some heavy rain to the New England coastline. So while the New England coast is dealing with some storms as a result of Hurricane Lee, will be pretty dry throughout most of the weekend. And now that 7-day outlook powered by Ultimate Satellite Solutions. So after those shower chances late Sunday into Monday, high pressure begins to build back into the region. That's going to pretty much keep us dry through the middle of next week. Highs next week starting off in the mid to upper 60s for Monday and Tuesday, and then we should warm up by the middle to late week with highs beginning to reach the middle to upper 70s.
Andrew, thank you. Well, in an effort to help our furry friends find their forever homes, we've teamed up with the Chautauqua County Humane Society in a segment we like to call Pet of the Week.
Here we are at the senior colony in the Chautauqua County Humane Society. We are getting ready for our big walk for Paws, aren't we, Nala? Nala is 7 years old and available for adoption. Just a reminder, all animals that are adopted from the Chautauqua County Humane Society have been spayed or neutered or up to date on their vaccinations, get a little bit of flea treatment, and have been microchipped. So you can meet Nala today. On Friday, we're open from 1 to 5:30, tomorrow 11 to 3. And you can take part in the Walk for Paws happening tomorrow at Panzarella Island Park. We're following the action here at the senior colony. So be sure to meet Nala. Stop down for the Walk for Paws tomorrow at Panzarella Island Park, where the registration starts at 10 and the actual walk, as a friend, hey, the actual walk starts at 11 o'clock. Thank you.
Thanks, Brian. To learn more about Nala or any of the residents of the Humane Society, you can visit chqhumane.org. Well, coming up next, the Chautauqua County Humane Society is gearing up for its Walk for Paws event.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
If you want to speak truth to the masses, make it funny for the classes.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Whether it's on 4 legs or 2, it's time to walk to support the Chautauqua County Humane Society. The annual Walk for Paws is gearing up for this weekend's event, complete with a great way to exercise, lots of furry friends, and a complimentary pet bandana.
Yep, it's coming up this Saturday, September 16th at Paws Island Park in Jamestown. And it's the registration time starts at 10. The actual walk starts at 11. And we have a lot of fun things for people to do while they're there.
So you were talking, the turnout so far, the signups aren't ideal.
Yeah, signups have been a little bit low. This is the first time we've done the actual walk in like 3 years. We did a couple kind of walks at the mall, during the pandemic. Last year, we had some situations that made it so we couldn't do the walk. So this year we're back. We have a new presentation. Really excited. Everything we're doing ties into what we do at the shelter. We have one of the tents, activity tents, is pet painting. That's where your dog can make a painting. It's really cool. It's safe. It's safe and it's cool. That's something they do here for enrichment at the shelter. There's a scavenger hunt. One of the things we do for enrichment is we hide things around and people find it. So that's the tie there. We have photo booths. We have 2 professional photographers, Heather Johnston and Jet Papalea. They are going to be doing photos, and then you can get digital copies of those. And of course, an important part of what we do here is photos of the animals to get them home. So then we have a lady coming down to do nose work demonstrations for dogs, which is really cool. It'll teach people a little bit about how they can enrich their dogs that way. And again, that ties into stuff we do here at the shelter. So, and then there's a walk, the walk down the river walk, which we're really excited about. We're starting at Paws Island Park, which nobody knows where it is. It is part 1. It's right behind the BPU. If you go to the BPU parking lot, I guess it would be the east end of the parking lot towards the bridge. You'll see the pedestrian bridge that goes across to the park. So you can go there. There'll be registration tables. If you want to register at this point, if you want to come down and just have fun, come down and just have fun. Take your dog for a walk. We'll say, make sure your dog does well in those conditions. Like better than that. If you can hear the hissing. It happens sometimes. But, we just want everybody to come down and have some fun, learn about what we're doing, and just, take part in the walk.
So why should people sign up?
Well, I think it's important to register because it's a $25 fee. You get a free dog bandana, which have all been donated by a volunteer of ours. She makes really cool cat and dog apparel. Then you get to do each of the activities, and all that money comes back to the shelter to help the animals. And we need it. They need lights, they need heat, they need all that stuff. So that's what covers it.
Now, we've talked a little bit before, but you don't receive any kind of outside funding, correct?
No, it's community supported, grant supported. Yeah, we don't get anything from local governments or anything like that at all.
So it's really important. And I mean, I'm looking around and all the toys and the blankets and litter. I have 2 cats and I go through so much litter. I cannot imagine how much you guys go through.
I can tell you, we go through 24,000 pounds of litter a year. Yeah, that's one of my favorite statistics. I mean, that's something, 24,000, you know how much litter is, and it comes in and it goes out. So yeah, you're paying for litter, you're paying for food, you're paying, that's what you're supporting. The behavior, medical, I mean, all sorts of stuff. We do not make any money off adoptions. It's this, we actually put more into the animal than the adoption fees. So. Yeah.
What are some other ways people could come down and help out?
If they want to come down to the walk and just hang out and help out, learn more about what we do, get involved, maybe sign up to volunteer. Is this something we're always looking for? If you find out you might want to go do your own fundraiser or even talk about some of the services we offer. If you know somebody that has trouble with having a ton of cats, who doesn't have that trouble, in their neighborhood, they can tell people about our spay neuter program, just different ways to get involved.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just would like to invite people to come on down to the walk and, help us make it the best walk we've ever had.
To register your pet for the Walk for Paws, visit the shelter's website at chqhumane.org. Well, that's going to be it for us today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. You can download it today for free in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. We're also on channel 716 on Roku and at channel716.com. Thank you for watching.